Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Brewlog. I'm your host Andrew Hoyle, and as always, I'm going to be taking you on a brew venture. Tonight I'm pretty excited to talk about Black Raven Brewing Company's Featherweather. Black Raven is also one of probably my favorite Washington breweries. I fell in love with their Coco Jones, Kitty Cat Blues, and quite a few of their other brews as well. So let's get into it. Let's get this thing started, and I hope you're as excited as I am. So as with all of my videos, I am not paid by, sponsored, or affiliated with Black Raven Brewing or any of the other breweries that I showcase on the Brewlog. I simply just love to promote the craft brewing industry, and that's it. So let's get into it. And let's talk a little bit about Black Raven Brewing, the brewery. We brew on a 30-barrel system in Woodinville and a 15-barrel system in Redmond. Our annual production capacity is currently 15,000 barrels, but the brewery is consistently growing to keep up with your hearty appetite for delicious craft beer. Brewery philosophy. As beer lovers ourselves, our mission is simple: brew beer that we want to drink. We don't limit ourselves to style guidelines or how we should brew any beer. We brew it our way and hope enough folks like it, because we can't drink it all, even though we've tried. Check out what we do every day here at the Raven. Now, you can look up blackravenbrewing.com and you can find all this information. They have an awesome website, and it goes through everything about them, and then they have a whole beer portfolio for every beer that they've ever brewed. Going down the list here, they do talk about brewery special programs, unique spins on some of their old classics, aged to perfections, their barrel program, special editions, collaborations, celebrations, and experiments, strive for excellence, packaging, and then integrity. No secrets here. Bottled on XXXXXX. Down here, it talks a little bit about the people of Black Raven Brewing. So as you can see down here at the bottom, it does talk about the owner, events coordinator. You have a brewer, packaging and warehouse coordinator, and special projects coordinator. Not really sure why their photos are sideways that way, but hey, that's maybe just how they roll. So yeah, if you are interested, like I said, just go to blackravenbrewing.com and check it out. Read up on Black Raven. Like I've said before, Black Raven is one of my favorite Washington breweries, and I have glassware from them. I have had plenty of their beers, and actually one of my favorite IPAs is the Beak Tweaker Citrus IPA. Absolutely phenomenal beer. So that was a little bit about Black Raven Brewing Company. I'm going to switch over to the beer now, but if you want to check out Black Raven and read up on the brewers, the owners, and some of the other crew members of Black Raven, just head on over to blackravenbrewing.com. So before we get into the overview of Featherweather Coffee Stout, one of the things that I've always loved about the craft brewing industry is their art that they have on their cans and bottles. It's always fascinated me, the artwork that comes from people that absolutely love every aspect of beer. For example, here's the can for Black Raven. On the front, you have the label, and on the back, there's a little picture of the Black Raven on a weather vane. So now, let's get into the overview for Featherweather Coffee Stout. The Featherweather is an American stout brewed with cocoa nibs and local cold-pressed coffee. Dark chocolate and coffee flavors perfectly balanced to combine the best of coffee and beer. Available January through February each year. 6% ABV, 25 on the IBUs. Malts used are 2-row ESB, crystal, chocolate, and roast. And the hops, there's just one, and it's called Warrior. On the left side of the screen, you can see that Black Raven has everything from Beak Tweakers Citrus IPA, Cocoa Jones, which I mentioned before, all the way down Featherweather Coffee Stout, Grandfather Raven Imperial Stout, Great Grandfather Raven Imperial Aged Imperial Stout, which is a phenomenal beer, by the way, Kitty Cat Blues Infused Pale Ale, Nothing But Hazy IPA, Pilsner, Red Rye IPA, Splinters Barrel Aged Strong Scotch Ale, Tavern Kolsch, and at the very bottom, Wisdom Seeker Double IPA. So there you go. There's a little bit on Featherweather Coffee Stout, a little bit on Black Raven Brewing. Now, let's get into the review. All right, now that I have the beer poured into a Black Raven Brewing Company glass, let's give it a smell. So the first thing that comes very forward to the nose is the cold pressed coffee that they have added to this. It's very bold coffee smell, but you do get a little bit of that chocolate aroma as well. It's definitely, you can definitely tell that it's dark chocolate. It doesn't have a sweet smell to it, but there is just a hint of sweetness to it coming from somewhere. Almost like caramel, dark caramel at that. So, with that being said, I raise my glass and I cheers. To the brew venture of finding new brews, to good friends, and to easing the stresses of life away. Cheers, everyone. Let's take a drink. Very, very good. So, just like in the smell profile, the first thing that hits your tongue is that cold pressed coffee. The dark chocolate kind of rolls on afterwards, and the overall mouthfeel is semi-thick. It's not quite as thick as some others that I've had before, but it still coats your tongue so that you're able to enjoy all of those flavors for an elongated period of time. The dark caramel flavor, or the dark caramel aroma that I got from the smell profile was kind of very at the back end of the taste of it. So it also has a warm essence to it. It being 6%, it's not terribly high in the ABV scale, but it's enough to give you a nice warming feel. So yeah, if anybody is in the Woodinville or Redmond area, I highly suggest stop into Black Raven Brewery. They have an awesome tap room. There's typically food trucks there as well. And yeah, I can't even begin to suggest what to try. If you can get a sampler, get a sampler, because I've yet to have a bad beer from Black Raven Brewing Company. Well, that's going to do it for me tonight, folks. And if there's one thing you'll learn about me, I'm a sucker for a stout. And Black Raven, they make a pretty good stout that I love to drink. Stay safe out there, support your independent craft brewer, and as always, I'll see you on the next episode of The Brew Log. Have a great night.